So, I wanted to make a video on my first line of gear. I made a video on my rifle not too long ago. So that being said, first line of gear. What exactly is your first line of gear? Your first line of gear is your clothing items, the items that you have on your body. The items that you'll have on your body at all times. So for my bottoms, I have a pair of like cheap knockoff Cry pants. Obviously they're cheap knockoffs because you can't get fleck tarn and like, you know, and like the G3 style of pants or whatever. But yeah, they've done me pretty good. I got them off of Amazon. They're probably not like NIR, you know, like they probably glow really badly, but yeah. I don't have night vision right now, so I can't really tell you. If I end up dying because of it, I end up dying because of it, oh well. That being said, for my top, I have the standard issue Marine Corps, like battle dress uniform, I guess is what you would call it. I'm not infantry. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But it has a good amount of pockets on it. It has a nice shoulder pocket here. It has a nice shoulder pocket over here. So on both arms, it has shoulder pockets. You have a nice chest pocket in here. On this side, you have a nice chest pocket as well. So, that being said, you have 2 chest pockets, 2 arm pockets. It's a very good BDU top. It's good for my area. Always pick camos that are very good for your area. That is what matters the most. Yeah. If you're wearing a tan color camo off in the middle of the woodland areas, you're kind of, you know, screwing something up here. But that being said, in my left shoulder pocket, I have some things that you would want to carry on your body. It's a good idea to, at least. Inside of here, I have water purification tablets, salt. Here's the other purification tablet, the tastes good one. And then I have a small fishing kit. So that is what I keep in my shoulder pocket on my left side. Keep a small fishing kit. Always keep multiple forms of water purification on you. You want to be able to either filter or purify your water. That is extremely important. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with this. Like putting, you know. But you always want to carry water filtration on you. The reason why I have salt is because without salinity, your body will not intake the salt properly. Your body cannot hold on to that salt. So that being said, you want to carry extra salt with you so you can replenish the salt that you sweat out, replenish, you know, what you're missing out. I'll buckle that up later, fuck it. Down in my pants, I have a lighter. You always want a form of fire. You always want a form of fire, to any form of fire, whether it's ferro rod or a lighter. You want to have multiple forms. I have a small multi-tool. It's really good for whatever. Say if I have an issue with my rifle, what have you, if I need to cut something, saw something, screw drive something, you get the gist. So I keep a lighter and a multi-tool in that pocket. In this pocket, I keep hand warmers, some paracord, and another lighter. That's 2 forms of making fire right there. So, a lot of people are very much so against hand warmers and carrying hand warmers in the field because they're expendable and you want something that, you know, you don't have to worry about needing it. They'll come in handy and they'll save you more than you think they will. You don't have to use them whenever you're uncomfortable. These are like life-saving maneuvers in a way. Save your fucking toes from getting frozen off, pardon my language. So, I don't use those unless I really, really need to. So that being said, I don't have anything down in the lower pants pockets down here, but over on this side, I have some little pretzel chips. I have a dirty bag. I have a blue Sharpie in case I need to write on anything. I have a dirty bag for dirty water. I have my Sawyer filter. I have some face paint. I have mushed up crackers that I'll just like powder dust into my mouth pretty much. And then I have the adapters and such for, one, the dirty bag, but two, so I can flush out my my filter. I have the syringe somewhere else. I should probably find a way to carry that if I need to flush stuff. But yes, always keep, again, more ways to purify water or filter water. Always, 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 always. You can last maybe a day functionally without water. By the second day of heavy movement and, like say if you're moving around a lot in that first day, you will dehydrate super, super, super fast, and you will not be able to move by the second day pretty much. And that sounds a little fucking crazy or whatever, but it's the truth of the matter. If you are extremely dehydrated, your body starts to lock up. You can't move your muscles. You can't. Your body. You're basically a cripple at that point. Always, always, always keep water. Anyway, even if you got to pull it out of like a small ass fucking stream. Even if you got to collect dew off of the ground with your sock, bro. Always carry water. Always. It's the most important. Most important. Those will go back in the pocket later. But over here, I have the map of my area. Maps are always important. I have my protractor, which that's supposed to be attached to the map with that little clip there. I have my Write in the Rain. This is good for writing notes, writing down your paces, for your pace count and stuff. It's good for drawing out like range, range things, range cards, whatever. Say if, you need to relay a message to somebody else, you can leave that with the person that takes over at the operations or the observation point. So you can leave that with them. That way they know, you get what I'm saying. They know the information that they're supposed to know. Or tear out a piece of paper. It's Write in the Rain. It's waterproof. So the next thing is a compass. And this is your like USGI Kamanga compasses. Very good, very nice. Very, very good, very nice. Yeah. Land nav is very important. You most definitely want to learn land nav, especially if you're going off trail and things like that. One, you don't want to get lost, but two, for logistical reasons, it's very good to know land nav. So I should probably keep this up in my top pocket up here, which I'm going to start doing now. But what it is the directions for the water purification tablets. Will I need them? Probably not. But will somebody else? Maybe. You never know. You never know. You might need to, like here, filter the water while I go do something real fast. While I go do this, while I go do that. You get the gist. So yeah, that is basically all that I have other than my balaclava. The only reason why I have my balaclava is, one, I wouldn't say only reason, two reasons, I guess. Camouflage of the face. Yeah, I don't really care, obviously I'm not wearing the balaclava. I don't care about OPSEC. I'm a dude, just like everybody else. I don't fucking care. I don't care. This is for camouflage on the face and staying warm. That's all this is for. Camouflaging and staying warm. That, for majority, is my first line of kit. You always want to carry items that you can survive off of in your first line of kit. Your second and third line, second line is majority fighting load and other sustainment items, but your third line is where you keep your comfort items. You're not going to keep comfort items really in your first line of gear. This is all just stuff that I need to survive. I can direct go to and from. I have food. I have more food. I have ways to purify water. I have a fishing line. You get what I'm saying. Always, 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 always be prepared. Carry items on your first line of kit. Why would you not utilize your first line of kit? You know what I mean? Why would you say you have these items here, you have these pockets? Why would you not? You're wasting space in a way if you don't. So always, and it doesn't have to be these exact items. It doesn't, by no means. And if you guys have advice, man, throw it at me. I'm more than glad to take the information that you have as well. But that being said, this is what I carry, what I use. Good stuff. Carry stuff on your first line. It might save your life one day. It's very important. Very important. I have to let my cat in.